Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Friday. All right. So we have been talking about beginning, middle, end. So our story detectives are out. We are discovering and figuring out the beginning, middle, end of our stories. And we're also doing that in writing with Miss Bavona, right? You're talking about, you have pictures and you talk about what happened first, what happened next, what happened last, right? Using your time words in between for your transition. So beginning, middle, end. So all our story elements are parts of a story. We've been talking about characters and setting and problem and solution and main idea and main events are the BME. Yeah, you know me, right? The beginning, middle, and end. Remember, the beginning. That's where we kind of figure out who are the characters. Maybe we figure out the main character there, what's going on, what is the setting, where's it taking place. You get a feel for the story right in the beginning. The middle, what happens next, right? What is happening to the characters? Is there a problem? Sometimes the problem happens at the beginning, sometimes it happens, and a lot of times it happens right in the middle. Like, what's going on? What's the problem? And the end, how'd the story finish, right? What was the final ending? How did it all come together? Have the characters solve the problem? Did the characters change? That's what you're looking for usually at the end, right? The BME to talk about it. Okay, and I'm just reviewing, like yesterday, the story of Humpty Dumpty, right? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty together again, right? I told you I have a good story to read about that. And there we broke it apart, the BME. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, he fell, and he couldn't get him back to self, he couldn't get put together again. The BME, as simple as that. And then yesterday we also talked about, was it a mouse who was camping? Do you remember, right? Good readers think about their stories and talk about it, right? Remember that story? The beginning, he's camping in the woods. In the middle, what happens? Do you remember? He saw eyes and he saw a tail and he saw things in the woods. At the end, did he stay in the woods? He got scared, right? He got scared and went camping at his house. So BME of that story. You could do it. You could do it with every story you read. Now, it doesn't just go with small stories. I'm going to read a story today. I'm still going to be in the story, but it's going to have a few more pages. But we got to figure out if someone was, and we're going to kind of talk about it. Got to have to like summarize to say what happened in the beginning, right? Or if someone said, "Hey, what happened in the middle of that story, and how did it end?" Okay, and we'll talk about a sentence for each thing: beginning, middle, and end. All right, here's the story. Max finds an egg. Yeah, there he is. It's by Wiley Blevin. So Max finds an egg. Okay. Max finds an egg. It is big. Ooh, a big egg he found. Okay. Is it a dinosaur egg? Oh, a boy can dream, right? Is it a dinosaur egg? Do you think it's a dinosaur egg? I don't really think so. Max makes a nest. He puts a light on the egg. Oh, okay, so he's taking care of the egg, right? He puts a light on it. He's got that egg. He dances around the egg. Oh yeah, he's kind of happy about this, right? Oh, he waits. What's he waiting for? Yeah, the egg to hatch. And waits. Then peck, peck, peck. Crack! Oh, what's it gonna be? Oh, he's really shocked. What do you think? Do you think it really is a dinosaur egg? Out pops a dolphin. Flippy, what do you do? What are you doing here? This is not your story, Chunky Monkey. Stop hanging out with him, Flippy. This is not you. We are talking about the BME. Yeah, we're using our strategies. You don't need to mess with us. Get back to where you're supposed to be, Flippy. Anyway, out pops a chicken. Oh, yes, a chicken. Okay, well, that makes sense, right? I didn't really think it was going to be a dinosaur anyway. Oh, wonder what Max is thinking there. Max cannot ride on a chicken. I guess he was thinking, right? What does that mean? He cannot ride on a chicken. He wanted a dinosaur, right? He could probably ride on that dinosaur. Okay, so we've been reading a few pages, right? If someone just came in, right? If someone was like, "Oh, I wasn't paying attention. What happened in the beginning? What happened in the beginning?" Max found an egg. Yeah, he found an egg and took care of it. Okay, the middle kind of just happened right there. What happened in the middle? Someone wasn't paying attention. What happened in the middle? It cracked. It was not Flippy. Don't listen to Flippy Dolphin. Don't let him confuse you. It was a chicken. All right, so Max has a chicken. Max cannot ride on a chicken. I'm thinking he's not so happy about that. But the chicken likes to run. Whoo, look at that chicken go. Oh, I didn't know he had a pet goldfish. And hide. Yes, Flippy, we read that right. Hide. We saw the super E, and it makes the I say its name, so hide. It's not hid. And hide. Ah! Do you see where the chicken's hiding? That's a funny chicken. He's in the toilet. Yeah. Oh, and dance with Max. Oh, hey, the author didn't tell us that Max likes to dance, but they kind of showed us, right? The illustrator kind of showed us through his pictures. Remember in the beginning when Max was dancing, waiting for that chicken? I mean, waiting for what he thought was a dinosaur egg, right? So, how would you describe Max now? Hey, he's looking pretty happy, and look, he's got a buddy to dance with. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? Do you see what I see? More chickens. You see those lines coming out of their head right there? Sometimes that means like, oh, like they're like surprised of what they're looking at. Sometimes the illustrator will show that because they can't really like kind of write gasp. Sometimes they could, but it's kind of like they're like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I'm surprised. Or ooh, like that's something awesome, right? Sometimes they can throw those lines out there. What do you think's gonna happen next? Kind of reminds me of that story. I think it was Max. Remember that bear? Oh, and he liked to dance. That bear came in and danced. Yeah, I remember that. Dance, dance, dance. Yeah, look at him. He's having a dance party with all those chickens. Are they all his pets now? Oh my goodness. But he's loving it right there. Yeah, he looks so happy. Now that I'm thinking about it, there was that story about Max and that bear. Was it a fish? Was it that fish who can't dance? I think so. Yeah. Okay. So, all right, Miss Bavona. The B, B for Bavona. The beginning. Well, we kind of talked about it a little bit, right? What happened in the beginning? Remember? If someone was like, hey, I didn't get to read that story. What happened in the beginning? What would you say? Max finds an egg. Simple as that, right? That's what the story is called too. But Max finds an egg. That's what happened in the beginning. That's kind of gets our story going, right? It gets it started. Max finds an egg. Now, the middle, Miss Aubrey, the middle. Okay, so if someone was like, all right, what happened in the middle? What happened in the middle of that story? What do you remember, right? First, he finds an egg. Then or next, what happened next? So first he finds an egg. Next, what? He was taking care of it and a chicken pops out of the egg. Yeah, right. There was a little other things he was waiting and everything, but if you kind of were just saying the real middle of that, first he finds an egg. Next, right? A chicken pops out of the egg. Okay. Now, Mrs. Heller, what happens at the end? Finally, right? Or, and then, right? What happens at the end? Lastly, Max is actually happy it's a chicken and they dance, right? He wasn't so happy in the middle, right? He was like, oh, I can't ride a chicken, right? But then he starts dancing and so does the chicken, right? So he's really happy about it. Now, remember, the author, they didn't tell us Max was happy. They showed us, right? Show, not tell. They showed us he's dancing right there, right? I can see right there. He's totally happy, right? And that's the end. Max is happy as a chicken and they dance. So if we were going like the pictures, kind of like what you're doing in writing, where you have the three pictures, right? And you're writing words to go with it. There's that first picture. He finds an egg. First, he finds an egg. Middle. Next, the chicken pops out, right? And lastly, that ending, right? And then Max is happy. He's dancing with his new pet chicken. Nice. BME. Very good job. The BME, beginning, middle, and end. You can do it, okay? So, good readers talk about their story. So, I want you to read a story on RazKids or read a story at home. Then talk about it with someone, right? Tell them, right? Because they didn't get to sit down and read the whole book like you did. Tell them what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, and lastly, right? Try to use next. And then at the end, right? Tell them all about your story. They will want to hear it, okay? And that you're good readers, okay? All right, have a great rest of your day. Make sure you watch all the other teachers' videos because they work so hard to teach you. And I'll see you back here on Monday. Bye.